Hello, my fair citizens. My name is Strider. I'm the mayor of Sodium City, and this week's town hall, I was able to sit down with Misplaced Ginger. Misplaced Ginger is a modern player on MTGO, so it's possible that if you watch a lot of my content, you may not know who he is. However, this talk is really fun. We went over a whole lot of stuff when it comes to modern, MTGO in general, various formats, all sorts of stuff. It was really cool to sit down and talk with him, so I hope you enjoy. All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself. I guess we'll start with that, because a lot of my people are mostly historic in MTGA. I don't know if a whole lot of people play MTGO that watch my content.
Okay, my name's Derek, also known as Misplaced Ginger. I've been playing Magic since Scourge, just before original Mirrodin. I think it's about
Jesus.
17 years now. I started when I was in public school. I wasn't super competitive until around original Zendikar. And I've been playing Magic Online since, I think, Cons of Tarkir, maybe a bit before that. And then a little bit of Arena here and there. But moved mostly to Modern because that's when, that's my knowledge of Magic. And that's when I have most of the cards in paper for.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I have a lot of friends who play Arena. I've qualified for 4 paper pro tours and a Magic Online championship a couple years back.
Yeah, so you're like
played
actually good at this game.
Yeah. I have played quite a bit of Magic, and yeah, you could say I'm actually good.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I'm average. I'm an average player. I play subpar decks. I play a lot of land destruction and stuff. I do a lot of brewing, so it usually goes poorly, but
Yeah,
I do a lot of really
like
weird combos that I make up. So it's always really fun, but you know,
I like to think if I've been doing something for like 17 years, I better be at least a little good at it.
True.
Like I've put a lot of time into this hobby. Like there are people who play like WoW forever and they're like really good at WoW or really good at chess. Like if I wasn't good at Magic and I was playing this much, I'd try and find a different hobby, So
well, all right. Well, I'll see you later. I think I've played on and off since. Oh my god, I don't even remember what was the set with the cloud and the lightning bolt?
Tempest?
Yes. I've been playing on and off since Tempest. Mostly off, but yeah. I was really good at limited. So sealed is where I shine as far as where I'm actually good. Like that's where I would say I'm way above average and I could compete with actually good people. Everything else, limited, not at all.
Limited is definitely my favorite format. But
really?
Yeah. It's not close.
It's so weird because I don't know. I don't get any satisfaction of playing limited. I could go into a sealed event and go 7-0, 8-0, whatever it is, and I'm just like whatever. I don't know. I just don't enjoy it, even if I'm winning. It's so weird.
The thing about constructed is that I find the play patterns normally pretty repetitive, even if you're brewing, because like if you bring a deck to standard, you're expected to play against like a similar like 5 at most maybe.
Yeah.
In limited, it's always a new experience. Like if you're playing like 100 drafts or like 50 sealeds or whatever, the cards will be the same, but
yeah,
sometimes you get the bomb and you get to beat the crap out of your opponent. Sometimes they get the bomb and you have to try and find a way to beat it, or you get the crap beat out of you. So like true. I think that's a lot of fun. And as a person who like doesn't brew and constructed, limited is definitely the place where I can do all the cool combos.
Yeah, that's fair. So how did the a Modern Masters set like shake things up. I heard the new set. What is it? Came out like 6 months ago. Something. I heard
Modern
it was
Horizons
really
2.
good. Was it Modern Horizons? Was it Pioneer? I don't remember. I thought it was Modern Horizons. Am I crazy?
Modern Horizons. That one's it's been longer than that.
June
I think.
2018. It's in June. Right? Is that 6 months? February, March, April, May, June. It
Oh
is
wow,
6 months. That's like
it's
exactly
only
six
been.
months.
I thought it's been longer. Holy.
Damn. Exactsies. I don't even play
Yeah, that
Modern. How
was.
did I know that?
You're just the master, obviously.
Randomly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get better lucky than good.
Just pick a number and it hits.
I heard this set was really good though, and I heard it helped Modern like be much better, much healthier. Is that actually
Yeah.
true, or is that coming from people who don't actually know Modern?
It's. I think it's true. The Modern's always been a super weird format where there have been some really powerful things to a point where they're oppressive, and then people demand bans. And so there's
Yeah.
always been like the talk about, oh, Modern's unfun, or oh, this needs to be banned, when in reality, like,
Yeah.
people just aren't adjusting. Like Tron, for example. Tron's not a fun deck to play against, but you can kill Tron if you just play Burn. But nobody wants to play Burn, right?
Because Burn is
So
boring.
exactly. And Tron's pretty boring too, but people will just play Tron anyways because they want to play their 7-drop on 3.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Modern has a lot of that. With Modern Horizons 2, with the like pitch elementals of Solitude, Fury, Endurance, Subtlety, and Grief, it opened the format up so that the decks that didn't have cheap answers now have cheap answers, but at a cost. So it's not oppressive. Like
Oh.
Solitude's always a 2-for-1, but it does answer any creature that you need to be answered at instant speed, right? So now when like thinking about deck building, when you're trying to beat very specific things, almost every color in the color pie has reasonable answers.
That's good though.
Um, yeah, and so with things like Ragavan, DRC, and Urza Saga, they're obviously very powerful threats, but there's also like very powerful answers to those cards in the format. And so when you have a format like that, um, it's just good. And also, there's so many new archetypes like Asmo, whatever cookbook that like a
Yeah.
lot of casual peoples love.
Has a
And yeah, however you, whatever, however you want to say that.
However Samsoni says it.
Yeah, the fact that somebody can say the entire, I just say Asmo, too many letters.
That's the best way. That's the best way to say it. I just avoid it.
But yeah, so there's a lot of depth in the format for anybody who wants to play it, and then it's also pretty healthy at the competitive level.
What's the barrier of entry?
For
If you're just
Modern,
trying to, yeah, if you're just trying to get into it now for MTGO, like I know you can rent cards. Like I haven't played MTGO since the first maybe 6 months MTGO came out back in what, like 2004 or something.
yeah.
So it's been so long.
The barrier to entry of MTGO is, with the rental service, it's cheaper, but it's also like it's fairly expensive considering. With it used to be, it was drastically cheaper because what would happen is you'd have standard sets printed to MTGO and they'd be drafted, or people would want to play standard.
Yeah.
But now that Arena exists and most like casual players are playing on Arena, you don't have a bunch of new cards being put into
That's
like
true.
the economy, quote unquote. And also when you have sets like Modern Horizons 2, which is printed directly to Modern, it doesn't go through standard, people aren't drafting it as much. So cards like Ragavan, Urza Saga, Solitude are super expensive, hard to find even in the rental services. Sometimes they don't have them, and
Wow.
it makes like, I think Money Pile, it's called Money Pile because it's actually just almost unrentable. It's like 1,200 tickets, online, which is a huge barrier to entry. In
1,200 tickets
like
is $120, right?
no, well, as
No,
a rental
is it more than
service,
that?
one ticket is like just about $1 US.
Oh shit! I
Yeah.
don't know. I thought it
So
was 10. That's ridiculous.
yeah. So um, Mana Traders is the rental service I use. The biggest rental service they have,
Hmm.
I think, is $80 US a month. I'd have to look it up. It might be a little bit less, it might be a little bit more, but I think that gets you like just over Money Pile's price that you can rent at one time.
Jeez.
Yeah. The prices in on MTGO right now almost replicate the prices in paper. So
Oh my god.
the barrier to entry to get into modern is pretty high right now.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't play paper anymore. I'm one of those people that has zero self control. So if I play a deck that's worth like $50 or something, I would want to foil it out and bling it out for absolutely no reason and turn it into like a $500 deck, and I'd play it like
Yeah.
5 times and then go to the next deck. It's a terrible, terrible habit. I just have no I can't do it. I just can't do it. So arena is perfect for me. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
keep it cheap. Let's keep it cheap. This is fine. But everyone keeps telling me to go to modern. They're like, hey, their land destruction is kind of viable there. Maybe you could shake it up. And I'm like, stop tempting me. Stop it.
Yeah, there are Ponta decks that you can play, but they're also probably significantly cheaper than these other decks.
Yeah, you're
And
probably right.
that's the thing about like modern, maybe like the top 5 decks are super expensive,
Hmm.
but you can definitely find cheaper options. Like I don't know how if you're a mill player or not, or if you like
Ew,
beltering people or
gross.
infecting people.
Of course. Infect is the way to do it.
Yeah, if I have to choose a combo deck, it's definitely infect.
Wait, so what's your archetype of choice? Is it like mid-range, combo, control, or aggro?
I'm a big mid-range player.
Mm,
Most of the decks I play are mid-range decks. Most of my success in Magic has come from mid-range.
gotcha. So, as a success right now, where are you at in the trophy race, and what is the trophy race?
The trophy race, I guess it's hard to describe if you're not a Magic Online player. So like the ladder on Arena, there is so I guess leagues. Leagues are events you enter into that are 5 round events, and then
Hmm.
based on your record, you get paid out. If you 5-0, you get what's called a trophy, and when you enter in the event, there's a leaderboard. So what
Okay.
happens in modern is people started like getting trophies and grinding Magic Online and accumulating all these things. And you have uh, what the trophy race is started by is from Aspiring Spike on Twitch, and he
Hmm.
basically started putting up different incentives for people to race him because his full-time job is streaming.
Yeah.
So he's like, if you want to come challenge me in the trophy race, I'll gift you 50 subs or whatever as long as you stream it. And that's what he did last season.
Ooh, did he win?
I think it I think it was 50. No, he lost actually.
Oh. Who'd he lose to?
Why Princip I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. He's a
You're like someone,
Brazilian
someone, someone, someone.
he's a Brazilian Magic Online grinder.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So where are you
So
at right now? Are you in first? You're top three
I'm
right
in
now, right?
I'm in third. So I was first yesterday. I was tied for first.
Oh.
So the 3 people in the race are me, Aspiring Spike, and another streamer named Demonic Tutors. We
Hmm.
were all at 27, and then Demonic Tutors got 3 last night, which is like really
Oh
hard to
my
do. And now
god.
he's at 30. Yeah, and so he's at 30.
That's
Me and Spike are
ridiculous.
at 27. So
And
Spike,
there's
this
3 days left, right?
no. There's 6 weeks left.
Oh, okay. Oh,
The
for some
3-day
reason I thought it
thing,
was done. Yeah.
no, the 3-day thing is a side bet I have with a friend of mine. So
Oh, okay.
my buddies are like trying to like hype me up and like chirp me and like do the whole like we're gonna win this trophy race thing, and they're trying to side bet me and make little wagers and stuff like that.
Oh, what are the odds?
My friend gave me 10 to 1 that I couldn't get 15 trophies in a week at 20 to 200.
Seems so. That's 2 a day. If 3 a day
Yeah,
is really hard, 2 a day seems ridiculous. You stream what, like 12 hours a day now?
it's hard to do. It's 2 a day is hard to do. It's possible, but it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But adds a little bit of excitement to the whole thing. I don't really know.
Or frustration, one of the
Yeah, it
two.
depends on how you want to look at it.
Like,
Somebody somebody in my chat was like, just like even if your win percentage is like 60%, which is above average, you have to go like you only 5-0 15% of the time. So you have to play like 20 leagues a day to get 150. That's just the math. I'm like, all right, I guess we're gonna try and do it. That whatever.
yeah.
But
So you do it strategically to where if you lose a game, you just drop the league and then start another one?
yeah, we could call that strategically.
It seems like
Uh,
you have to pay to enter the league, right? Or no?
yeah, I play so much and I have like a good enough win percentage on Magic Online that I'm free rolling at this point.
Okay.
So with Magic Online in the leagues, you get prizes instead of like gold or gems like you would
Gems.
on Arena from your dailies. It's
Yeah.
based on how you actually play. So it like basically mirrors paper Magic, but leagues you can just fire at any time.
Yeah.
Uh, so if you 5-0 a league, you get 11 chests, treasure chests. They're like a form of booster. If you 4-1, you get 5, and if you 3-2, you get 1, and then you get what are called play points. And so 10 play points equals 1 ticket, but you can't trade play points. So you can just use play
Oh,
points to enter in events.
gotcha. So it just
So
encourages you to play more. Yeah.
yeah,
You
if you
win more,
three
you
two
can
a
play
league,
more.
yeah, if you 3-2 a league, you get a chest and 100 play points, and to enter the league is 100 play points.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So you just like re-roll.
that's pretty easy. It seems like
So
exactly
when
what limited players do in Arena, to where they just enter in a league. If they get
yeah,
7 wins, then they just get a free entry for the next one. And
yeah,
they
you
just
get
keep
like
doing it
two
over and
extra
over again.
drafts.
Yeah, exactly.
So every time you 5-0, you get I think it's 150 play points and 11 treasure chests. If
Ooh.
you open the treasure chests, which are like boosters, you can also open more play points.
Oh, nice.
So every time you 5-0, you basically get like 3 entries, give or take, depending on how good the boosters are. So if I like, let's say I 5-0 one in every 8 times, right? And I lose round 3 at X1. If I just drop and I make sure that I hit that 5-0 in that 8th time, I'm like not actually losing money, right? And then all the times where I like 4-1 or 3-2, I just like so it does technically cost money, but I'm not paying real money to do it, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it does. Huh.
It's
There's
all about
6 weeks
time.
left. Yeah.
Yeah.
But 6 weeks left, that seems like such a long time to grind trophies for
Yeah.
50 gifted. I mean, 50 gifted subs is no
Well,
joke. That's what,
he
like
didn't I don't
250
think he
bucks or
put
something.
up I don't know if he put up 50 gifted this time. I don't remember what he put up.
Oh, yeah, it was just what he did last time.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long is it
Well,
total? Is it
so
usually 2 months or 3 months?
it depends on when set releases are.
Okay.
So league lengths are usually based on when they do the major downtimes, which usually depends on when they're putting a new set online. So the
Yeah.
Christmas months or the holiday months are longer because there's like a set in October and there's not another set until like end of January or February, start of February.
Yeah. That's when Kamigawa is coming out.
Yeah.
Or
So
is
what
there
happens is
another
you
Is there another modern set coming out soon?
No, there probably won't be until either next summer or the year after.
Ooh.
As far as I know, like that's when they normally do it.
Does the format ever get stale in those sense?
Yep.
Because if it's like a super long time, it seems like so long. I can't imagine that standard cards get injected into a modern very frequently.
Well, with like Throne of Eldraine and Ikoria, the last couple years there have been a huge shakeup in modern because of like Oko destroyed modern. Fires of Invention wasn't a deck, but like there were Fires decks. What else was there? Companions.
Teferi 3. Is Teferi
Yep,
3?
Teferi 3. Yeah, it's a big one. Narset was really a big problem for a while. I'm trying to think. Companions are a huge one though. Laris is the most played card in modern, I think.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Did anything get banned from the standard sets? I assume like Oko probably did.
I could look this up. Oko definitely did. Once Upon a Time did.
Oh yeah, that fucking card.
Yeah, that one was super annoying.
Yeah, that card is ridiculous. What was the other one? There's another green one that makes all your spells hexproof and can't be countered. The
Veil of Summer.
Yeah, is that legal in modern?
Yeah, it is. It's really annoying to play against.
The card is so good though.
Yeah. Another one was Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead's banned.
But there's so
Mystic
much land
Sanctuary.
destruction.
Yeah, the Primeval Titans, they were just too good.
That's true. Yeah, Primeval Titan's ridiculous.
Yeah. Mystic Sanctuary is also banned. And Uro.
Damn, Uro's banned everywhere.
Yeah. That card, the fact that card was printed as standard and it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's like one of the best cards printed in a long time, other than Luris. Like Luris is just under the line where it might be getting banned at some point. I think it's the best creature ever printed.
Interesting. Really? You'd go that far?
It's so good. It is the best creature ever printed. It's like banned in Vintage, banned in Legacy.
Is it because it's a companion, or is it because of the creature itself?
Both.
Oh, okay.
If it wasn't a companion, it probably wouldn't be like much better than like Dark Confidant or like Snapcaster Mage. It's the fact that it's just always the 8th card in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. That 8th card, and you can't discard it or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that I know you have it and I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Thing.
And it's like that person's deck is built around that Luris.
Yeah. It's always frustrating because everything you have, if it's like 4 or 5 mana, you know that they're going to be able to deal with it for 1 or 2 mana.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be so mad. Like, why?
They have all these powerful things too. Like, the card's obscene how good it is.
Yeah. So what else do you do in MTGO to like keep it fresh then? If you're doing these side bets with your friends, you're doing a trophy race with Spike and all these other people. Do you do a lot of other things?
No. Well, yeah, I used to grind a lot more Moto, and then I took a long break because I got very burnt out and was kind of tired of grinding Moto because it does just get kind of stale. I played Arena for a bit, and at least Arena's a little flashy, and it feels more like a video game.
Yes, it's definitely more video game.
Yeah.
I still like this super controversial. I still really like the Arena only mechanics. The ones that are like specific to Arena. Most people hate them.
I think Arena is really cool as a video game. I wish people would stop equating Arena to Magic because, well, this is also like a personal thing, but I see Magic as like a different, like a critical, like kind of chess-ish game, and Arena is like a video game that I play with my friends occasionally to like if I wanted to play World of Warcraft casually, I'd play Arena or something, right? So
yeah,
when
I
I'm
kind of see that. at times.
Yeah.
There's
So
definitely a
to me,
serious aspect to it, but also I
yeah,
remember when, I don't know if it's the same, but I remember when Magic did their first, or when WotC did their first big tournament with Arena, they said you couldn't put it on full control so that you couldn't like
weird.
bluff counter spells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that seems like a really important part of Magic, you know?
Yeah.
You would bluff counter, like that's just what people did. Like people just did that. I was used to that for whatever 20 years or however long. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so weird. Why would they not allow that? It seems so weird to me. But I mean, Arena is a collectible card game and not a trading card game.
Yeah.
So like I do understand that it's completely different, and I agree that it's completely different, but I feel like I'm one of the only ones that feels that way. I just really like
It's
the mechanics that can't be done on paper. I find it just to be a
yeah.
completely different dimension to the game.
It adds a different like player experience, which is like really cool. And like you said, like
Yeah.
getting stale gameplay that definitely happens when you play a game a bunch, right? Arena gives you a
Yeah.
different experience, that
Yeah,
sort of
like if
thing.
you're a streamer and you're playing 12 hours a day, playing
Yeah.
something that you're never able to play ever in any other format and never able to play on paper, and you're going to tournaments and stuff all the time. It's like it's just something refreshing because you still love Magic as the game. You're like, I love Magic as the
Yeah.
concept, the strategy. You like all that stuff. But sometimes you just want to throw in some fun things, like Unglued. You know how Unglued, a lot of people
Yeah.
hated it when it first came out. A lot of people hated Unglued when it first came out. And then now people just like love it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's weird. It's so weird
I
to
think
me.
a reason is Arena is great for that specific thing. I really wish they didn't try to integrate the Pro Tour to it because I feel it created this like poor idea of what people want for Arena and what like Arena actually is, which I think is a casual, cool video game
Yeah.
where you can just enjoy playing Magic. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
this super sweaty ladder grinding mess.
Yeah, they needed to, if they wanted it to be that, they needed it to replace MTGO. Basically,
Yeah,
just completely upgrade MTGO, make it everything that MTGO is, like do the ticket system, all that stuff, and just essentially upgrade the graphics, keep it, make it a 4-player game instead of 2-player restriction, and do all that stuff. If
yeah,
they did all of that and had everything the same, yeah, it would be all
yeah.
graphically crazy and stuff like that at times, but there's a lot of things that they could have done, I think.
Well, even
And
just like having Commander on Arena would be huge.
yeah, that would it would
Commander's like
it would be
one of
huge.
the biggest played formats, right?
Yeah, I really wish they would have. I've still never played Commander, but it just looks so much fun.
Yeah, I
Looks
don't play
so
that
much
much
fun.
either, but I just know that that's how a lot of like people who aren't grinding modern are like playing casually,
Hmm.
and I think it's just a different experience, right? It'd be a lot cooler if there was a better way to do that in an online program.
Yeah, and it's like it's a completely different game. It's almost
Hmm.
not even Magic because you have mechanics in Commander that you don't have anywhere else.
Yeah,
So it's a very odd, weird thing that just kind of exists in the ether. But
yeah, it's weird over the past like couple years, and I don't know if the pandemic or quarantine has had a big effect on this, but there's a lot of different versions of Magic that are Magic, whether it be like Arena or like Paper Commander or Magic Online that are sort of like coming out that just almost operate uh, individually from each other. Like it's still Magic the Gathering, but if I say I'm a modern player, it's like not the same conversation I'm having with like a Commander player about Magic.
that is kind of true. I feel like there's some crossover, but a lot of times I feel like the crossover is only Commander. I feel a
Yeah,
lot of the people that play Arena, they don't play MTGO, but they'll play Commander. And I feel a
Yeah.
lot of that is the same with a lot of MTGO players. They don't play
Hmm.
Arena too much, but they'll play Commander for sure. It's like
Yeah.
Commander is the
Commander's
thing that's
definitely
bringing everything. Because I remember
it's the
Limited used
bridge.
to be the one that brought everyone together. You know, you get a group of 8 people, you would just
Yeah.
buy a box, you would crack it, and you would just have a draft. And now it's
Yeah.
Commander. You got anything
Everything.
crazy
I have
coming
to
up?
say.
Any events? Any new
No, I'm just
announcements?
gonna be grinding this trophy race for the next couple of weeks. I live in Ontario, and
Oh yeah.
so it's super winter up here right now.
Yes.
And I worked a seasonal job, so I'm laid off until the spring. And our government is being uh, kind of wishy-washy about what's going on with the pandemic again.
Oh
So
no.
I'm trying to not make any plans uh,
Yeah.
because I don't want them to be canceled, or I don't want to do something wrong. We can't get into the States anymore, so I can't go to any Magic events that I would normally go to.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the American government has locked up the border, so you have to get like very specific COVID tests within 24 hours before your flight, which is hard to do because like you have to get the test and you have to get it processed and you have to get the results and you have to do all
Yeah.
this stuff. It's like almost impossible,
Huh.
and there's like no events. And then it's harder. It's also hard to get back into the country because you have to do the same thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you go to
So
the event in Vegas? That was what, a month
I
or
was
so ago?
I planned to, and then I had some plans fell through, and then didn't end up going. But I
Damn.
wanted to go, and a lot of my friends went.
Yeah. I know a lot of there was so many people that went. It was all over the place. There
Yeah,
was yeah, there was so many just I think everyone just wanted to go. Even if they didn't play modern or sealed or limited or whatever it was, they're like, I just
yeah,
want to go to a Magic event. I'm over it. Let's
yeah.
just go to a
That's
Magic event.
that's how I felt when they announced it. I'm like, oh, I'm flying to Vegas. Like I don't care if I have a layover in like Alberta. Like I'll travel for 12 hours, whatever. And then I didn't end up going. My friend came ninth on
Ooh,
like point
almost
zero
top
zero
eight.
three percent breakers, which was kind of unreal, but also kind of funny at the same time.
Yeah. I heard there was one really weird deck that made it super high. Oh man, I wish I remembered. It was a streamer friend of mine. I don't even remember who it was. That shows how much of a friend I am. They played some really weird deck that isn't typically played in modern, but I guess they placed top 16 or something with it. Fuck, I don't remember
I
what
don't
it
know
was.
top 16. I know there was like a an Indomitable Creativity deck in top 8, and I was surprised by that. And there was an Infect deck in top 8. I
Might have
was
been one of those. I don't even
damn.
remember. Might have
But
been the
yeah,
creativity deck.
it was super weird event because like nobody had played Modern in paper in a very long time, and people just like you said, they just showed up to play. They're just there to
Yeah.
jam,
Yeah.
hang out, and play some Magic.
Cool. But yeah, do you have a YouTube channel and stuff for people to check
I
out?
have a YouTube. I don't use it. I only really like stream on Twitch recently again
Got to
a
get a
lot.
YouTube editor. Come on.
Yeah, a lot of YouTube content to be had that I just
There
don't put the
definitely
work
is.
in for. Yeah,
That's what you got to do. You got to use the YouTube channel to funnel people into your Twitch channel.
yeah,
That's what'll help more than anything, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told that a lot, and I know it to be true. And every time I go to do it, I go, oh, this is
Like,
so much more work than I'm already doing.
like I really don't want to do this.
Yeah,
Hey, I've been there. I've been there.
yeah. And I have like so much respect for the people who like post to YouTube, even like twice a week, and then there are people who post every day. And I think about posting like once a week. I'm like, oh man, this is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we post daily and then streaming 5 days a week. It's too I don't
Yeah,
stream 12 hours a day. Like that's fucking crazy.
yeah. Well, that's
I
how I
still have a day
can.
job. I can't do that shit.
Yeah, that's how I just sit. Like I just sit in front of a camera for 12 hours, and I don't have to do editing. I don't have to think about like how things look or how they pan out. or whatever. I think my like just sitting in front of a camera for 12 hours is easy. I editing videos, I've tried it before. It's difficult, and you
It's
got
completely different. It's completely different.
yeah,
I can sit there in front of a camera and stream just fine, but when I'm trying to record something like a deck tech,
yeah,
if it's like a 5-minute deck tech, it'll take me 15-20 minutes to record
yeah,
it. Just being in
yeah,
front of a camera when it's recording is just completely different. I don't know why.
yeah,
Don't know why.
yeah. For me, it's always like I feel like I got to get it perfect, but nothing's
Right.
perfect.
Right?
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Uh,
this looks good enough, but is it actually good? Like, what's going on?
yeah, you never really know.
So, yeah, that's
Cool.
my biggest YouTube thing is I'm just lazy.
To be fair, 99% of streamers are. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine. That's why it's such an easy market to get into because almost nobody does it. It's perfect.
yeah, and
So
that again, I've been told that so much. Is like, look at this dude. He just posts every day. His videos
yeah,
are fine,
actually
but he's
does.
getting like thousands of views, and like his thumbnail could be better, but whatever. Just do that. And I'm like, ah,
Yeah, who does modern content for MTG on YouTube? No,
there's
nobody?
like 3 or 4 people, but it's like pretty
Doomwake?
small. Yeah, it's like Doomwake, Harry MTG used to, Squad Chief does occasionally, Yama Killer used to a bit too,
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
but
Yama.
yeah, I like Yama's moved away from the game for now. I think he
Yeah.
said that on Twitter. I don't know how much Doomwake posts. I don't know how much Squad Chief posts, and I know Harry took a step back and he was in school for a bit, but I haven't talked to him for a while. But not a lot of people. Most of the people that are doing modern content are like arena players or commander players who make YouTube content, and they're like, "Oh, I found this sweet modern combo.
Hmm.
Let's play this a bit."
Yeah, you'll
That
see
I've
like
seen.
yeah, you'll see Channel Fireball post some stuff for
Yeah,
like LSV or Reed Duke or Gabe, but that seems like it's pretty much it. Yeah, that's
yeah.
like
I
a
think.
ridiculously open market. Dude, you could just
Well,
take it over. Just take it over.
that's why
Just hire somebody.
that's why Spike is so big, is because Spike is what he's known for is brewing decks and doing really well with them. And
Hmm.
he puts in a lot of time and a lot of effort to making cool, interesting modern decks and winning with them, which is really hard to do. Whereas, like, I just net deck. And so Spike gets so many viewers because he's constantly doing something new. He's building new decks for people to try, and they love that. But he's also, like, kind of casual in that sense.
Yeah. He does a
So, like,
video like every single day as well, it looks like.
yeah,
Ooh. Yeah. He sounds like the Ollie Eldrazi of modern.
he, that's a good comparison. Yeah. Spike is, there's a video from Harry MTG, who I mentioned earlier, of just him saying like Spike saved MTGO and he saved Modern. He brought all these people into Modern because
Oh wow.
he's kind of like, it was a little bit sarcastic, but it's kind of true. In Spike, like, started this trophy race thing, brought all these people in, is making all this content, is producing all these decks and everything, and everybody knows his name, and he's just like this kind of calm, casual MTGO grinder, just hanging out.
Yeah, for me he came out of nowhere. I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
I don't know how long he's been big for, but yeah, I've never seen him until about 2 or 3 weeks ago when because I do the weekly clip things or the weekly
Mm-hmm.
top 10. I do 2 videos where I go through every single clip in the MTG category, and it's like 1,000 clips. I do that every week. And so I don't know if he had clips disabled for a while, but I never saw a single clip from him until about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it was the
Really?
same with you. I don't think I saw a single clip of you until like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I just started streaming on the 6th of December again.
Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah, I hadn't streamed for a year. I hit partner like 3 years ago,
Oh,
and then I stopped
jeez.
streaming. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, who the
but
fuck is this guy? He just came out of nowhere.
yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. I know he's been streaming for about 2 years now, but it's only been modern, and he's
Yeah.
been the biggest or the second biggest MTGO streamer behind Gabe or like Caleb. So like third, I
That's
guess,
true. Yeah.
for a while.
It seems like
But
MTGO is getting huge. You see at the top of the MTG numbers, you'll see MTGO and Limited and Commander almost more than
mhm,
anything else, which is really
that's interesting.
interesting because I thought that
Yeah,
Arena would be way higher up there, which you do see Arena, but it's only Draft that you see really high up there.
I think uh, the conversations I've had with a lot of my friends, because I've talked about this with them, and there's been like a boom in modern. Is I think a lot of people are, I don't know the right word for it, but they're kind of tired of how arena isn't competitive, isn't super casual either, because there's still a ladder, and
Yeah.
isn't like filling everybody's needs in like a multiplayer game or commander. And so it's not really doing anything for like any specific player. It's just kind of like broadly doing everything poorly.
That actually kind of makes sense. Yeah, it
Because like
really does.
we just talked about like being competitive or being a commander player, like playing limited. If you want to play like competitive limited, you really have to grind. And then it's like usually just best of one for the ladder, which is like not always the best experience for like limited players.
Yeah, because you
There's
can't best of
no,
three in Arena for limited
yeah,
on ladder, which is so
and
weird.
there's no commander, so you can't like have a commander night with your friends.
Yeah, they
And
said they would have to completely remake the client to incorporate
yeah,
four players,
which is kind of
which
ridiculous.
which would be great,
Yeah,
but because if they redid the client, they could put in spectator mode.
yeah,
They
and
could
that's the
fix
other
the
thing.
economy. They could do
There's
so many things. They could make
yeah,
a shit ton of money if they just did it properly.
yeah,
But yeah, they need to
and
fix the ladder because the MMR system that they use is fine, but the matchmaking is not fine. That's the
yeah,
different. That's the big difference.
and it's for the not hyper competitive people who are trying to ladder, who just like kind of want to play their new deck or whatever. It's hard to like either play your new deck against good things or like play your new deck and have an interesting game
Yeah,
because there's only ladder.
yeah, but
It's
that
just like
and the ladder for standard and historic are the same ladder, which is also
right.
weird.
So it's like historic's cool, alchemy's cool. They're doing new cool innovative things, but I think that they have a shelf life and eventually they'll fall off
Hmm.
with like the new excitingness, whatever the proper word is for it.
I think
Excitement. There
alchemy
we
is
go.
going to be the only thing that keeps MTGA around. I think alchemy and historic are the only good things that will be in MTGA,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much
just
it. Everything else about it is just going to go to shit unless they fix the
yeah.
economy. But
Yeah, and that not being able to dust is ridiculous to me. There's
or
so many
something.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's got to be something.
Yeah. It and that's why I think Moto has like kind of blown up in popularity again recently, or just modern in general. I know Modern Horizons 2 has had an influence on that also, but I think the other choice of MTGA is just not what people want to be doing.
Yeah. But so what about Pioneer? Does anyone even play Pioneer anymore?
Not really, no.
Because
Uh,
everyone on MTGA keeps complaining that there's no Pioneer. They're like, "Oh, I want a Pioneer, not Alchemy." I was like, "Dude, nobody plays Pioneer. What are you talking
yeah, no.
about?"
I constantly make jokes with my friends about how Pioneer is just not a real format. And like one of my friends
Really
was
is.
actively upset that they introduced the arena only cards to historic because historic would be a better paper format than Pioneer. That's
Yeah,
how miserable Pioneer is.
yeah. because it definitely would be. But it's even better with the alchemy cards. Oh, dude, historic is crazy fun right now.
Yeah,
It's just gonna get better.
That's how bad Pioneer is. It's like, I don't want to play Pioneer in paper. I'd rather play Historic, and now I just can't ever do that.
Yeah. I can't even play Standard anymore though. I haven't been able to play Standard for a while, and I don't know why. For some reason, I just haven't been able to play it. All my favorite cards just keep going in Historic, and it's sad. Like, reprint all my favorite cards, please.
Yeah, it's Pioneer's not a real format. I worked at a card store when Pioneer was announced, and like, I want to say 1,000 cards, maybe 800 cards, shot up like 1,000%. Like, Etherflux Marvel went from like $2 to $30 overnight, and now I think they're like $2 again because nobody's playing the format.
That's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, there's just so many cards. Like Spell Queller went up.
What's the most expensive card in Modern? Oh yeah, Coco is expensive as hell.
We could look this up.
Does anyone play Elves in Modern? Is that like a deck?
Yeah, it's a playable deck. I played against it the other day. It's like a creature Coco deck.
There's that 1-mana elf that used to be super expensive. It prevents all your elves from being countered, or is it all green spells from it? The Allosaur Shepherd.
Oh, that one's not legal in Modern.
Oh, is it not?
No, that one's legal. That one's only legal in Legacy. And that card's really annoying in Legacy.
Wait, do you play Legacy too?
I play a little bit. I don't play a lot online because I just don't play paper. So, like, I'll play every weekend. There's these events called challenges, and there's one for each format every day on Magic Online. And so sometimes I'll play the Legacy one, but because I just can't play Legacy in paper, I don't really play it online just because I prefer the paper experience.
Okay.
But yeah, that card, Elves is a really good deck because of Allosaurus Shepherd, because it just says your stuff can't be countered, and you're going to die to this thing in like 3 turns. What are you going to do about it? And then there's people with Force of Wills, and they're like, nothing, I guess, you got me.
Like, absolutely nothing. Is it really only... Oh, Renin 6 is the most expensive?
In Modern? I'm trying to...
At like $90?
Yeah, it's like Ren, Ragavan, Solitude might be up there. I'm trying to...
Oh, Boro? Place in the Clouds? What the fuck is that?
That's a card from Kamigawa.
What even is that? And why is it $90?
That has to be like the foil price.
No, it's just here. I'm looking at this. I'll send it to you.
Is this on like Goldfish?
It's just MTG Rocks. It has the top, and then I just click it says buy a TCG player, and I just click on, the base one. It just goes there. It's like, it shows it. It just says $89.99. I'm like, what is that? Why would anyone pay that much?
Why is it a Boro Place in the Clouds? Why is this so expensive?
I have no idea. That's why I'm asking you. I thought you were the
rare
expert.
I know what this card is from. Saviors. It says 1 mana, return it to its owner's hand. But like, are the other Saviors lands this expensive? No. Like, why is this card so expensive?
Why would you even want that though? That's the question. Right. Is it just anti-land destruction or what?
It's good in mill.
How?
Well, like the 1 mana crabs.
Because Ruin Crab?
Yeah. Mill decks play 1.
Wait, they play 1 crab?
No, they play 1 Oboro.
Oh, okay. Oh, just because it's
So, but like
legendary.
they only play one. It has to be a commander thing. I don't understand why it's this expensive.
Yeah, that's crazy. It says unique land that sees play in modern mill archetypes to trigger landfall with Rune Crab and Hedron Crab. Also sees play in Commander. Yeah, so it's probably inflated because Commander, but it just sees
Yeah,
play in Modern. Yeah.
yeah, because that's like in almost every good deck in the format, you want 4 Ragavan, and that card's a mythic from a new set, and then you have a Boru, which is a rare from a set, and it's
Oh,
just like,
that's the monkey or whatever.
yeah, monkey, 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 monkey,
Smork, smork, smork. I like how I
monkey.
thought that was a hookah at first, but it's a vase. I was very disappointed when I realized that that was a vase and not a hookah.
The monkey's not just at a hookah bar.
I know. I thought he was chilling. I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Just blowing fat clouds on this ship.
Dude, that's so sweet.
Yo, what's up? We're hookahing.
I know, dude. That would have been so sweet. I would have been super happy about it. Like buying it.
Monkey, 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 monkey.
I hear everyone hates this card. What is it? Whenever it deals
Ragavan?
combat it has to deal combat damage?
Yeah.
And see, that doesn't seem great. But
You ever
damage can make
steal
a
an
spell
opponent's spell though?
So, no. But that sounds funny.
It's a whole different experience.
Wait, so do people run most steel cards? What is the? There's the new one that has flashback. It's what, blue black? That looks at the
Oh
top 3
no,
cards of your opponent's library. I wouldn't think anyone would run that. So Ragavan
that
is like
card's
the only one.
that blue black card's playable in standard, but Ragavan's good because it's like really hard to kill because of
Just
dash.
because of the dash, yeah. So if they don't
Yeah,
have instant removal and untapped mana, they can't get rid of it.
yeah. It comes down on turn 1, so not everybody can interact with something on turn 1. And then it makes a treasure token that doesn't go away. So you just get +1 mana.
Yeah, which is actually kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's like a Llanowar Elves that sometimes steals a card that also like has haste
And
sometimes.
does 2 damage. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
well, when you put it that way, okay, it's pretty
yeah. It just does everything. This little stupid monkey just does everything.
Can I get this in historic, please?
Yeah. It's like, hey, if you were to design a 1 mana red drop, how would you design it? Every time I designed a card, it would be worse than this monkey.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Wait, so why is this not this? I guess it's not ban worthy. It seems real close though.
It is close. It's definitely very close.
It's definitely very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
But
there
that's
any
why
card,
I think
if you could ban 3 cards, what would they be right now?
Blood Moon, Chalice of the Void.
Blood Moon?
I just hate those effects. I think they suck.
It does seem like a dick effect. Wait, so not Blood Moon, Blood Sun. Is Blood Sun okay, or is Blood Sun also fucked?
Blood Sun is not as bad because it costs 4 mana and it only hits 1 land.
Oh wait, am I thinking of the wrong one? I might be thinking of the wrong one. That's the 3 mana enchantment draw card. All lands lose all abilities.
Is it 3 mana? I always think it's 4 mana. Okay, yeah. Draw a card, all lands lose all abilities except for mana abilities. It's worse because if your opponent
than Blood Moon, for sure.
Yeah. This one's fine.
Yeah. I feel like that one's fine.
Yeah, this one, like, there are some things like this that are okay. Like, I hate Chalice just because I think it just sucks. I don't think that's a fun card. And it just, like, leads to unfun experiences. And same thing with Blood Moon. I just think Blood Moon sucks. I just don't think it's fun. If I did think of a third card.
So with the whole rules thing going on, with Chalice of the Void, if you have Chalice of the Void where X equals 6, and then you play Chandra 6, which can't be countered, does Chalice of the Void still go away because it tries to counter it?
Well, The chalice triggers, but the Chandra doesn't get countered.
Oh, chalice doesn't go away when it tries to counter?
No, chalice stays on the board
it
at all
just
times.
stays on the. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So chalice is super fucked up.
Yeah. So if you just put it on one, if you just like put 2 mana into chalice and put it on one, your opponent, like, nobody can cast 1 mana spells anymore.
That's actually so fucked up.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
For some reason, I thought it exiled Chalice of the Void.
No, that would be fine. That would be I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, and it was just like a counterspell that stayed there, and it was like, okay, you have to, run into this counterspell eventually. That's what I thought it did. Okay, yeah, that's actually kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, it just counters everything of that mana cost unless it says it can't be countered.
And it counters your own stuff too.
Yeah, it's super stupid. I hate that card. It sucks.
That seems really annoying. So if
This
you're
is
not
a
high
call
rolling,
post.
you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, there are decks in Modern that like try to do that too. They try to just play a bunch of like high mana spells and chalice.
Oh.
And it's like, why? Please stop.
Wait, how are control decks and counterspell decks really prevalent in Modern?
Counterspell decks are like traditional blue-white control is around, but it's not super prevalent. The decks that mostly play counterspells are like blue-red Murktide. They're playing like Ragavan, Death, DRC, Counterspell, Murktide, and a bunch of like 1 mana blue cantrips.
Okay. That sounds annoying to play against, but yeah, seems like the same shit that's in standard.
Yeah. The like take extra turns deck is probably a bit bigger, and they don't have as many like creature threats and a bit more counter spells.
Legal?
No Nexus of Fate. I think Nexus isn't banned in Modern, but for a while it was like really annoying.
It's not banned, but people don't play it. The card seems really good. What
are people playing
for extra turns then? Or are they just doing Valorant?
They're not. No.
Oh.
No extra turns in Modern. Well, there are turns decks, but Modern is very low to the ground. The games normally are like over by turn like 6, or if you're casting 7 mana spell, it like better win you the game.
Interesting. That's sad.
Yeah, it's a much different play experience than standard or like historic
go boom. I want big spells go boom.
Yeah. I think the biggest spell that gets consistently cast in Modern is probably Primeval Titan. And the point of like casting a Primeval Titan is you're not casting it on turn 6. You're casting it on like turn 3 or 4.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Well, yeah, I think I held you for probably long enough. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, of course. I hope
this
is
enlightening.
This is what you wanted or needed or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was fun.
Okay.
I don't know what I needed. I was like, yeah, I want to know what this trophy race is, and then we got like 5 minutes of the trophy race, and I was like, yeah, I mean, whatever, it's a trophy race. Yeah. Everything else seems way more interesting.
Yeah, the trophy race is certainly cool, and Spike came up with it, and I don't know what he's put on the line for this one. I don't think it's gifted subs again, but it's something. He put up actual trophies, like he ordered trophies. And he said he would mail them to the people who like landed in the trophy race. But definitely the coolest thing about the whole Modern trophy race is like MTGO as a whole, I think.
Yeah, that's probably really good. You need to get on the wrestling belts. That's what Spike's got to do. No trophies, the belts. Those are what
the belts.
The belts are sweet. Although, trophy makes sense more because the trophy race, but
yeah, maybe we can talk to Wizards and be like, hey, this season, can we call it the belt race?
Yeah, seriously.
And like start doing videos of.
Yeah, just don't tell them that it was my idea. WotC does not like me. So.
Oh, really?
They're not happy with me.
Oh no.
But it's
all right. I won't mention your name then.
Yeah. Just leave me out of every conversation. And
Sounds
you'll be
good.
fine. You're like, I hate that guy. They're like, come on in.
Us too.
It's an initiation party. All right, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you. And then
You can find me at twitch.tv / misplaced ginger and twitter.com/misplaced ginger. Well, I'm misplaced ginger on Twitter. And I don't have a YouTube that's active, but you could follow me on YouTube at also misplaced ginger. And that's about it.
Cool. Well, thanks again. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you all so much for watching to the very end. I do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, especially since it's a new one. So please share it with anybody who you think might be interested. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and leave a comment.